just been cut up by some bloke. So here's my thoughts on MMA and why it is possibly the worst sport to get into. Other than the fact that it is the best sport to get into, and there's no feeling quite as good as the feeling of winning. There are many reasons for this. Obviously, reasons such as you can get hurt, seriously injured, it's brutal, all the obvious ones. One of the reasons you may not have thought about is that there's no governing body, so therefore there's no real way to guarantee you're climbing the ladder. So I've just been cut up by some bloke. There's not a structure system where there's Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, nothing like that, so you don't know where you're at. The other thing you got to think about is how people are training nowadays. Now, if you play football or rugby, if you're playing, let's say, semi-professional football, you're probably training twice a week and then doing some training outside of that yourself, depending on the athlete. And that goes the same for rugby and me and lots of other team sports, and even with boxing. The problem with MMA is that we've got people who are fighting at, let's say, that semi-professional, not even that, it's fully amateur, fighting at that level, training like professional athletes. You've got people in this game who are fighting at a low level, or an entry level, if you like. They've got maybe 1-2 fights under their belt. They've maybe never fought. They'll be training 4 to 5 times, maybe even 6 times a week, getting in groundwork, whether it's BJJ or submission wrestling, then getting in some sort of striking. And then, as well as all those classes that they're attending, they're probably doing their own cardio, which will entail 2 or 3 times a week hitting some sort of high intensity training or high intensity cardio, then lifting heavy weights. They're doing everything. On top of that, most people are doing more than 1 session a day in those 5 to 6 days a week. And this is at the lower end of competition. People are cutting weight like professional athletes for same day weigh-ins. People are training like professional athletes for the low level fights, which ends up with this problem that if you're not training at a very high level club and you're not training like a professional athlete, you haven't really got a chance, because we've got really skilled people out there on the local scene losing fights because everybody is at such a high level on the low level scene. So it causes problems.